blood bleeds on a rusted Ford, parked beside a dead-end storm. Dust keeps dancing through the pines like ghosts that never lost my crimes. Old revolver on the seat, same cold metal, same heartbeat. Every mile I disappear, still hear your name in every gear. The desert wind don't pity men who bury love beneath their sins. In the whiskey grave silence, I drown where your memory lives. Every bottle tastes like fire, every prayer dies on my lips. Black crows circle slowly over everything I ruined, and the night keeps digging deeper through this outlaw soul I doomed. Neon flickers in motel rain, like heaven choking on my name. I traded gold for empty smoke. Now every sunrise feels like rope. Your photograph is torn in half, still burns beneath this whiskey glass. I talk to shadows after dark, like lonely wolves without a heart. These broken boots still walk the line between redemption and goodbye. In the whiskey grave silence, I drown where your memory lives. Every bottle tastes like fire, every prayer dies on my lips. Black crows circle slowly over everything I ruined, and the night keeps digging deeper through this outlaw soul I doomed. Sorrow had a frontier town, I'd be the last man hanging round, with trembling hands and hollow eyes, still chasing smoke across the sky. The preacher said, son, let her go, but grief's a road too dark to know. In the whiskey grave silence, the desert swallows every sound. No angels left to find me, just cold stars looking down, and your ghost still rides beside me through the dry and endless blue, while the world keeps turning slowly without me, without you. Dust on the dashboard, blood in the dusk. One last cigarette, one man to rust. rising where the outlaws fled. Bloodhound echoes through the cypress trees, devils breathing in the southern breeze. Shares land sways beyond the hill, cold steel waiting with a thirst to kill. I got one horse and a half-dead name, running from a past wrapped up in flames. Every mile feels colder now, every prayer falls underground. This lawless river run keeps dragging me through the dark. Black water and a loaded gun, beating like a dying heart. Ghosts hanging from the willow trees, calling out what I've become. Lord, I'm too far gone to sleep on this lawless river run. Burned tobacco on my weathered coat, last night's whiskey still inside my throat. There's a preacher nailed to memory, and a woman buried deep in me. A red moon staring through the Spanish moss, every bridge behind me drowned and lost. Heaven never knew my kind too well. I've been baptized by the gates of hell, river mud upon my hands, like a curse I can't outrun. This lawless river run keeps dragging me through the dark. Black water and a loaded gun, beating like a dying heart. Ghosts hanging from the willow trees, calling out what I've become. Lord, I'm too far gone to sleep on this lawless river run. If the dawn ever finds me alive, tell my mother I still try. But the night keeps carving up my soul, like barbed wire through old bones. And the hounds are getting close again, I can hear them through the wind. One more mile and one more sin before the river pulls me in. This lawless river run ain't mercy for a man like me, only thunder, smoke, and blood flowing to eternity. Still I ride beyond the pines with the reaper at my back, till my shadow disappears somewhere the law won't track. Moonlight dying on the riverbend, no one knows where the outlaws end. was dragging like a hammer on nails. I carried vengeance in a torn brown sack, and a loaded past tied across my back. Church bells faded in the canyon wind. Heaven turned away from the state I'm in. Every prayer tasted sharp as smoke. Every promise left me bruised and broke. And the desert knows my name, like a curse burned into flame. Snake bite salvation running through my veins tonight. Half man, half damnation, trying to crawl back to the light. But the ghosts keep calling from the blood-red edge of dawn. Snake bite salvation, Lord, tell me where I belong. Saw a shadow in the motel glow, eyes like mercy I don't deserve no more. She said, son, revenge is a shallow grave, but I was too far gone to be safe. Train smoke rolled through the midnight plains, like black prayers falling down as rain. I washed my hands in river mud, still couldn't clean away the blood. And the coyotes cried my sins to the cold and empty wind. Snake bite salvation running through my veins tonight. Half man, half damnation, trying to crawl back to the light. But the ghosts keep calling from the blood-red edge of dawn. Snake bite salvation, Lord, tell me where I belong. There's a cross hanging crooked in a dying town beside a preacher drunk and heaven bound. I fell to my knees in the pouring sand with a revolver shaking in my hand, and I cried, can a lost soul still be found? Snake bite salvation burning underneath my skin. Too late for redemption, too tired to fight my sins. Still the stars keep shining over every wrong I've done. Snake bite salvation beneath this dead outlaw sun. Dust keeps blowing and the night ain't done. I walk with the devil and pray to the sun. rugged stars with a rusted revolver and a chest full of scars. The wind smelled like thunder and old motel smoke. Every mile behind me felt heavier than stone. There's a grave by the highway where the dry weeds lean, a secret in the dirt where the moon don't gleam. I still hear a whisper through the desert air, like a ghost wrapped in sorrow, still waiting there. And the silence keeps talking. Every night it returns, like a cigarette burning on a soul that never learns. This black sand confession falls from my tongue like rain. Every sin I buried, still calling out my name. The midnight keeps bleeding through the cracks in my chest. I keep riding these shadows, but they won't let me rest. There was blood on the dashboard, dust on my boots, a church without mercy, a man without truth. I traded my halo for a bottle of flame. Now the desert remembers every cursed name. I watched the river shimmer like a knife in the dark, while coyotes were crying through the trailer park. And the lies I was hiding underneath my skin turned into vultures slowly circling. Now the cold keeps growing like a hole in the night, and the past comes crawling every time I close my eyes. This black sand confession falls from my tongue like rain. Every sin I bury, still calling out my name. The midnight keeps bleeding through the cracks in my chest. I keep riding these shadows, but they won't let me rest. No preacher could save me, no river could wash the stain of the memory or the weight that it cost. So I howl at the darkness like a lone coyote's soul, with a heart full of ashes and a spirit gone cold. And this black sand confession still burns beneath my skin, a trail of broken echoes in the places that I've been. The desert keeps my secrets, but the devil knows them well. I'm just singing my sorrow on the road to hell. Under those dead stars, the black sand still remains. Bill died in a storm long ago. Now the crows sing low where the cold winds blow. Mama prayed hard with her hands bruised thin, but the dust took mercy and the devil walked in. I carry old scars like a rusted chain. Every mile south feels the same damn pain. Boots full of gravel, blood on my sleeve. A man learns young what not to believe. The sky turned black over dying pines, and I lost my soul somewhere past county lines. Down the black-torn Bible road, where the saints don't shine and the lost men go. Every broken prayer still burns like coal in the dry, cracked chambers of my hollow soul. I keep riding slow through the fire and cold, trying to outrun ghosts I'll never control. With a whiskey heart and a heart gone cold on the black-torn Bible road. There's a motel sign flickering pale neon blue, like heaven gave up trying to break through. An old stray dog sleeps beside my truck, both of us worn and out of luck. I met a widow with smoke in her eyes. She spoke like truth wrapped up in lies. She said, son, this world don't heal men like you. Then disappeared with the midnight moon. Now the river runs dark beneath the bridge, and the reaper waits out by the ridge. Down the black-torn Bible road, where the saints don't shine and the lost men go. Every broken prayer still burns like coal in the dry, cracked chambers of my hollow soul. I keep riding slow through the fire and cold, trying to outrun ghosts I'll never control. With a whiskey heart and a heart gone cold on the black-torn Bible road. God still speaks, he don't say my name. Just thunder rolling through desert rain. I ain't searching heaven anymore tonight. Just one more dawn before I fade from sight. Still on the black-torn Bible road, with the dead moon high and my sins untold. Every shattered memory cut so slow, like barbed wire wrapped around my bones. And the wind still howls through the canyon stones, like forgotten hymns from the great unknown. I keep moving on, though my spirit's old. Down the black-torn Bible road, black dust rising, cold stars above. One last rider still chasing